Hey guys, what's up? How you all doing? Welcome to my channel, guys. My name is Tochi. If you're seeing my face for the first time, if you're new, hello, you're very much welcome. And to all my returning subscribers, you guys are wonderful. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for everything, guys. I appreciate. So guys, in today's video, we are here to talk about something very important. Recently, guys, there's been an increase in energy bill in the UK. And starting from today, the 1st of April, there's even going to be more increase. It's been announced that energy bill is going to rise by at least £700 in the UK. Like an average household in the UK would get an additional bill of £700 on their energy bill. So like, this is crazy, guys. So we're here today to talk about this, talk about the implications, why that is happening, and possible things that you can do to cut down the cost of your energy bill. If you're new here, this is my husband, my OGs. You guys already know him, but for the new guys, let him just say hi to you guys before we continue.
Hello guys, my name is Dozier, and if you're seeing me for the first time, you're welcome. So we're here to talk about the energy bill that has been on the increase, and it's been said it's going to increase further. So stick to the end. We're going to discuss it in much detail and suggest to you things you can do to keep these costs as low as possible.
So let's just get right into it. So what do you think is the cause of the increase in energy bill in the UK? Okay,
so before now, energy bills have been increasing. Some energy companies actually folded and their customers were moved to other energy companies, and that was in the last 6 months. So energy has been going up. Even fuel price has really gone up a lot in the UK in the past 3 to 6 months. However, from today, 1st of April, Ofgem, which is like the government agency that has to do with energy and things like that, has recently lifted the energy price cap. So what this means is that energy providers have been allowed to increase how much they charge for energy. So what that Ofgem does is that they put a price cap on how much they can charge you for energy. So energy companies don't just charge customers carelessly. But from today now, Ofgem has raised the energy price cap by 54%. What this means is that before now, the average or the energy price cap is about £1,200 a year for the average household. But starting from 1st of April, we're going to see about 693 or 97 pounds a year increase.
Yeah.
So roughly about £700 increase in what you pay for energy in a year. So households will be paying about £1,800 for their electricity and gas starting from today in the UK, which is actually huge. Like it's huge. It's massive. So we're going to be seeing people paying up to £150, £200 a month just for gas and electricity. So it's really concerning, and there's been a lot of panic. People have been worried how they're going to cope. Wages is not going up. Cost of fuel has also gone up as well. If you drive, you know what I'm talking about. So
even cost of food,
yeah,
is on the rise. Like, we went for shopping yesterday and everything has added. Like, there's an addition on the price of everything, every single thing in the market.
Yeah, and why this is happening is because companies will just pass on the cost of energy to the consumers. So let's say, for instance, if Aldi, where we usually shop, for instance, spends, let's say, £1,000 a month on their energy, with the coming hike in energy prices, they end up paying, like, let's say, £1,500. And the only way they can recoup this money is by increasing the price of what they sell. So we're going to be seeing massive rise in cost of living in the UK. This is not to sort of like create panic or anything, but that's the reality. Fuel price has gone up. For instance, I remember in 2020, I used to buy fuel for 99p a litre. Okay, now we use diesel, but in the last 2 months, 1 month, diesel price has gone up massively. Before it takes about £90 to fill our tank. Now we're spending about £120 to fill our tank, our fuel tank. So there's going to be increase in cost of living in the UK. And if you're planning to move to the UK as well, you need to have this in mind, that cost of living in the UK is on the rise. Not trying to discourage you, but that's the reality.
Wow, like, this is crazy. But why exactly is the cost of energy going up? Why? What's the reason?
Okay, so in the last 6 months, the cost of gas globally has gone up. That's it. It's just that simple. The cost of natural gas globally has gone up. We're seeing crude oil prices going up. And again, it's worsened by the crisis going on in Ukraine, as Russia is one of the major gas producing countries in the world, and there's a lot of sanctions thrown at Russia recently from the West. So all of this is complicating the whole situation and causing the cost of price of energy, which is gas, all right, to go up. And for instance, the UK takes about 8% of its gas and fuel supply from Russia. With the current sanctions now, they have to look elsewhere. So with more countries pulling out from buying from Russia, the other countries are seeing more demand for their oil and their gas as like never before. So that has risen to less commodity in the market and more demand. So naturally economics that goes up. The price of crude oil goes up. So that's the basic reason why we're seeing a rise in the cost of oil, diesel, and energy prices in the UK, which obviously translate to every other thing you spend money on every month.
This is crazy, guys. Wow, that means we're going to be spending more money every month now.
Yeah.
So that means if you used to pay £1,000 before on your monthly bills, it's going to increase.
Yeah.
This is huge. So guys, this is the reality. But I think there's something we can actually do about it to help. So what are the practical ways you think we can keep our bills low as possible, living in the UK? For everybody who is watching, right? What are the practical ways? What do you think we all can do to help us, cut down our monthly expenses or the bills we pay every month? How do we keep it as low as possible?
Okay, firstly, it's definitely going to increase. That's the fact. But I think everyone can actually do certain things to keep the increase as moderate as possible,
manage it,
and manage the coming increase, because it's happening. We don't like to be bearers of bad news, but that's the reality on ground. Practically, what can you do? So the first thing I would advise is, if your energy tariff, or if how you pay for energy is you pay where you go and buy energy credits, prepayment, I would say you should move your energy payment to direct debit. That's because you get some little discounts when you pay by direct debit. So if you still pay your energy by having to go and buy credits or something like that, I've never done that before, but I know people that don't pay by direct debit. However, if you pay by direct debit, you get some discount, not a lot, but any penny you can save now would be necessary.
Yeah. So
I would say make sure you get your energy payment or whatever to a direct debit, all right? And if possible, I'm very much sure it will be difficult to get an energy deal right now, but if you're on a standard tariff, all right, try and move your energy to a contract where you have like a contracted period where you stay with an energy provider at a fixed rate. All right, so try and do that and try and move your energy payment to a direct debit. So the second way you can keep your bills down is by having a smart energy system in your house. By that I mean like in our own case, for instance, our house, we control the heating of the upstairs separate from downstairs. Okay, so when we are all downstairs, we sort of like make sure the heating upstairs is not firing aimlessly, and when we are upstairs, we try to keep the heating of the downstairs as low as possible. So try and see if you can install systems that let you heat your house, separate rooms separately, so you don't have to be heating up empty rooms and firing your radiators when you should not be doing that. So that's very important. And I will also suggest that if you want to move into another house, try and move into a much newer house, because newer houses are much energy efficient, much more insulated. In fact, having moved from our old house to this new house, we've seen the difference in heating. All right, in the old house is always cold despite running heaters, but in this house it's quite warm. Yeah. So move to a newer house, they are better insulated, and make sure your house is central heating. Okay, don't go for a house that has electric heating. Go for houses with central heating. Central heating works with radiator and a boiler, as opposed to other heating that you use electric radiators. Those ones are quite expensive to run. So I would suggest move to houses with central heating because they are much more cheaper to run and a bit more efficient as well. So try and move to a house that has central heating and not electric heating, because central heating is a bit more efficient and cheaper to run.
Also, I want to add that just reduce the way you run hot water in your house. Okay, don't run water aimlessly. No, some people maybe want to brush your teeth, you leave the water running. You want to wash the dishes, you leave the water running. Only turn on the tap when you have need for it. That way you also save cost of energy because of heating the water. And if you can, just get a bucket, turn on your tap, get the water you need to have your bath, and then turn off the tap. Okay, and try to reduce the use of showers as much as you can, except you have all the money in the world to pay your energy bills, no matter what it is. But for those who want to minimize costs just like us, try and minimize it as much as possible. Okay, so with your bucket, you know that you just turn on the tap and get the water you will need in, and when you're done, that's it. But you know that when the shower is on, it just keeps running till after you are done, right? Till you're done having your bath or doing whatever you want to do with it. So that's another way that you can, you know, save costs. Yeah, you can call us also.
But they can run the shower when they need it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Instead of using bucket, they can also run the shower when they need it. But if soap enters your eyes and you can't find where to on the shower.
You see, so that's why I said you can't be using the shower and turn it off and then turn it on when you need it, right? But using the bucket is actually better.
Anyway, just try and run hot water as much less as possible, so you don't, you know, incur high energy bills. I think that's a good one.
And for washing the dishes as well, you know, some people, they just turn on the tap once they want to wash plates. They just turn on the tap and it will run from the beginning till they are done, right? But now, please just turn it on when you need it, only when you want to make use of the water. Yeah, even when you're brushing your teeth. And then always turn off your lights when you're not using it. So when you're going out or when you are in the parlor, turn off the lights in the room. When you're in the room, turn off the lights in the parlor. Just try and turn off all the lights in your house, you know, as much as possible.
And another way you can save costs as well is most old appliances are not energy efficient. You know, so like for instance, comparing a plasma TV or a box TV to an LED TV, they are not the same in terms of energy consumption. So if you have old appliances and you're thinking of changing, make sure you get appliances that are rated A+ at least in their energy efficiency. Okay, we want to buy an appliance, you see like a rating A+, A++, B, C, D, E and stuff like that. So make sure that your appliances are A+ at least, so that it doesn't consume much energy when you're using it. And if you have appliances you're not using, unplug them, recycle them. Make sure you have less things that are taking electricity from your house, okay? So such way you keep your energy usage down. And as well, if you can, all right, you can change your bulbs to much energy efficient bulbs to use less electricity. And if you're the type that has like 2 fridges in your house, if you don't need the second one, then do away with it, because that's also energy going and you're being charged for powering that device. So if you have things you don't use, try and turn them off, try and take them away, all right, so that you have less things that are taking up electricity in your house.
Okay, and another way is, you know, when you're using your washing machine to wash, try not to use the dryer, especially now that we're leaving winter. Right now in spring and we'll be going into summer soon, so the sun is out. Try and dry your clothes outside. Try and sun dry your clothes, okay? Try not to use the dryer of the washing machine. That way you also save cost of energy in your house.
Another thing I would like to add is, if you're trying to get a house or rent a house, you know, make sure you look at the energy rating of that house, okay? Every house in the UK has what they call EPC rating, energy performance certificate. So it's rated A, B, C, D, E, and A is energy efficient, you know, and as you go B, C, D, the energy efficiency of your house kind of drops. All right, so if you're going to rent a house now or buy, whatever be the case, make sure you ask what the EPC rating of the house is, and make sure it's anywhere between C, B, or A. All right, any house from E is going to cost you a lot of money to run in terms of heating and electricity. All right, so please, if you're trying to rent a new house now, ask for the EPC rating, check that rating, make sure it's anywhere between C and B this period, so that you don't move to a house that you spend a lot of money in heating the house or running the house energy wise.
All right, so I think that's basically it for this video. Maybe in subsequent videos we're going to like give you guys the cost of living, what we spend every month now, especially now that we have our own house, because I think I made a video on cost of living when we're renting a house. So now I'm going to do the cost of living now that we have our own house, so that if you're thinking of buying a house in the UK too, you would have an idea of what you'll be spending monthly. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video. Do you have any other thing to add?
No, thanks for watching. If you've watched to this time, we appreciate.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, okay? And then follow me on social media. All my handles are in the description box. Share this video, just share it to everyone so they can also benefit from it. And I'll see you guys in my next one.
Bye.